Alright, so we got in the tree stand. All I'm gonna do is knock an arrow and get ready. 18.6 yards, so under 20. So I should be able to make a pretty good shot here. Now all that's left to do is wait, and hopefully a big buck or a big doe comes in. She's down. That was insane. We've been here for like, I don't know, not even 10 minutes. I'm shaking so bad right now. Look at how bad I'm shaking. And that's just from a doe. That was amazing, guys. So we've been here for literally 10 minutes. We were talking, like, you know, not super serious. And then I look over to my right, and here's this deer just standing right there. She was grazing along, like I said, eating acorns, I believe. Like, that was insane. The arrow passed right through it. I'm looking at the lighted knock right now. It's still early. We might wait for a buck, so let's see what happens. I think it's a little button buck. He's got little nubs. So here's where the arrow landed right here. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm shooting a rage broadhead. So that's looking good. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I heard her fall. It's right here in the woods, not too far. So that shouldn't be too hard at all to track her. Alright guys, we got eyes on her right now. Pretty easy tracking the whole way. She went probably, I don't know, maybe like 60 yards, not far at all. I'm gonna stay at this angle so you guys don't have to see the blood or anything, but this is a big doe. But now comes the fun part. We gotta start taking care of her, get her back to the house, get all cleaned up, all the good stuff. We'll see you guys then. One, two, three. Throw it up. He's in. The next time you guys see us, we're gonna be in the kitchen. We'll see you guys then. All right guys, so we made it back to the kitchen. We got a couple deer back straps right here. And I've seen this done with like pork tenderloins, but we're gonna attempt braiding these. First thing I'm gonna do is throw on some gloves. So I'm gonna start off with this big back strap right here. And like I said, you're just gonna cut this into thirds, almost all the way down, probably stop about there. So next, to kind of like keep the meat held together, I'm gonna be using this. I've never used it before, but tastefully simple. It's stuff that my mom has laying around, and they usually have some pretty good stuff. What is that? Bouillon Bourbon Glaze. Bouillon Bourbon Glaze is what we'll be trying today. It has a really like almost soy sauce type of smell. I think it's gonna be pretty good. But all we're gonna do is put a little bit on these right here. I don't think it matters. Oh, it's chunky. I didn't know that. And now that we got a little bit on there, I'm just gonna start rubbing it into the meat. I'm just gonna do the same thing to all these. Let's get all this sauce really worked into these guys. I think it'll give it a pretty good flavor. This right here usually turns out pretty good. This bell pepper herb. Pampered Chef usually has some pretty good stuff. And all I'm gonna do is just go really heavy with this all over it. And once I get it all covered, I'm gonna pack it all in. So I got it sprinkled. Just gonna wanna push it into the meat like that. And if you missed any pieces, just go back and sprinkle it again. Like this backside, I might have to add a little bit more. Now here comes the fun part. For those of you that don't know how to braid, you take 3 pieces and start working your way towards the middle. So you take this outside piece, throw that towards the center, and on the opposite side, you throw that one towards the center, and then you just go back and forth and repeat the process. And this might not turn out perfect, but I'm gonna try to keep them as tight as I can. Now what you wanna do is take a toothpick and poke it through all 3 of the pieces, just so that when you're cooking it, it stays together and doesn't fall apart. Just gotta work it in there. Nice. If you want to, you can throw a couple extra ones in there, but that's a ready to go braided backstrap. We got 4 pieces of braided backstrap. It gets a little messy, but I really think this is gonna turn out tasting really good. So we're gonna bake this. A lot of people recommend that you grill these, but I don't have access to a grill right now. So we're gonna end up baking these in this pan right here. And what I'll be using is this olive oil cooking spray. You get that open. Just coat the bottom pretty good. And that's plenty, probably a little too much. So now we're just gonna grab our braided back straps. Try not to make too big of a mess. So we have the oven preheated right now to 175 degrees, and according to Google, if you want like a medium to kind of well done back strap, that's what you're looking for about 20 to 30 minutes. So we're gonna give that a shot. Hopefully it don't turn out too bad. What we're gonna do now is wait for the meat to get fully cooked. We might have to add or take some minutes off here and there, depending on how it's cooking. I'll keep checking on it, and hopefully when we're all done, it ends up tasting pretty good. Here it is, guys. It honestly looks really good. It's got a really good smell, and I'm really excited to try this out. Check that out. I am super impressed with myself right now. Here we go, guys. Looks pretty good. Let's give it a try. That is some of the best deer meat I have ever had, hands down. It's super tender. And it's got a really good flavor, guys. You guys have to try this. As far as rating for deer meat goes, I'm not even gonna lie, guys, that's like a 9.8. 9.8, I'll give it a 9.8, because I don't know if you can ever have a 10 out of 10. Maybe I'll find something better. But that is so good. This is all I have for today's video, guys. I hope you guys are all having a good start to your archery season. And if not, hopefully you guys get out there, get some deer, and try cooking some stuff up. I would 100% recommend you guys try this recipe right here. But this is all I have for today. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.